victory, because when they went in, they did not follow what God had told them to do. Instead of conquering all of it, they instead chose to settle into some of it. And just before what we look at today, the instruction within that in mind, asked each to his own inheritance. The people served the Lord throughout their lifetime of Joshua and of the elders who outlived him. And then in verse 110, generation unto generation. Verse number fail to guard and root our children of life. The world is passing by. Paying attention, they weren't listening in verse number 28. In knowledge, God gave them over to a debased mind, to do those things which are not fitting. Envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil-mindedness. They are whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, violent, proud, boasters, inventor of evil things, disobedient to, who knowing the righteous judgment of God, that in those who practice such things are deserving of death, not only do the same, but also approve of those who practice them. Do you realize that we do live in a society, a culture that is in the business of approving on turning our backs on God, to stand and to fight? That we have a responsibility, families, for God. This to see three items that the book of Judges offers to us, three lessons that we can learn of the importance of parents in the lives of children. The first important thing that we can do is with our words, we can speak to the children of Israel across the desert. He was given the commandment of what parents were supposed to do when raising their children. And in the Old Testament, if you have a King James or a New King James Version, in Deuteronomy chapter 6, at the beginning of the Sadducees, the religious leaders of his day, harken back to the 6th chapter of the book of Deuteronomy. I want to read for that with you. Deuteronomy chapter number 6, starting there in verse number 1. Now this is the commandment, and these are the statutes and judgments, which the Lord your God has commanded you, land which you are crossing over, to keep all his statutes all the days. Therefore hear, O Israel, and that you may multiply greatly, as the Lord God of your fathers has promised you, a land flowing with milk and honey. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. You shall love, and these words which I diligently, you shall talk of them when you